Hey guys, welcome to this Jersey Girls home. My name is Vicky. We are joining the Pantry Challenge and we are going a little stronger than we did last year. This year we are going to do it for 2 months. We are not going to go to any grocery stores. No Costco, no BJ's, no grocery stores. Be a friend, leave a heart in the comments, like and subscribe. We will, however, we have a dairy farm down the road where we can get milk and eggs. And we also have a farm stand. So we'll go to the local farms, but we are not going to any grocery stores. We're not going to any big box stores. Okay, we do have multiple things that hold our food, and this is our kitchen fridge and freezer. Our kitchen fridge and freezer is really just the prepped foods, stuff that needs to get used first. We have a fridge and freezer in the garage. All in all, we have 2 fridges and freezers, and then we have a chest freezer and a stand-up freezer, and everything serves its own purpose. Just so you can see what is in currently my kitchen fridge, let's take a look. Don't judge me too harshly. I didn't do anything to prep for this. So we did grab a few things before Christmas just in case we needed stuff for those holidays. We didn't, however, end up using, and that is strawberries, tomatoes, grapes, a watermelon, and lettuce. Well, and a couple veggies, fresh veggies. So up here, I do have some pumpkin seeds, dried mangoes, and a couple baby bells left. We have lots of cream cheese left because it was on sale during the holidays and I didn't know how much we were going to go through, so I stocked up pretty good. So we have plenty of that to use up. We have some American cheese back there. We have honey vanilla Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, feta, plain Greek yogurt, and some sour cream. From one of the recipes that I recently made, we have a little bit left of some bacon. I made lemon bars. I have leftover chocolate chip cookie dough that I made. I made some banana bars. They were like banana brownies. And we have leftover beef stew. So that's what we have here. Then we have our milk, juice, a new maple syrup that we got at our local farm over the holidays when we did a Christmas with the Cows experience. That was really fun. Okay, we have some lemon juice, whipped cream, heavy cream buttermilk, and liquid egg whites. Some of this stuff is just stuff I bought for Christmas just in case we needed to make something or we were making something. We've been so busy, some of my plans did not follow through, so we have some abundance of those things. We have eggs. We had gotten these for a party for milkshakes, and what else did we use these for? We use these for something, but I have maraschino cherries that I made, and that's generally what we've been using, but we wanted the stems and the bright redness for a special occasion, so we did buy one of these. Okay, I have a leftover Costco pasta sauce, some chili sauce, just a couple odd-end things, pickles, butter. Down here we have, this is usually our vegetable drawer, so we have some salad, cucumbers, a little bit of celery left, some carrots, but we have more carrots, and lettuce. Carrots, lettuce. We have a little bit of American cheese here. This food is left over from Christmas Eve at a family member's, and they gave us some of their leftovers because they had quite a bit. So we have rolls, some wings left, a couple chicken tenders, and some chicken francese, I think it is. We have a pack of coleslaw and some fresh cranberries left. It's about like a cup's worth. On the door, we have condiments like hot sauce, mustard, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, mayonnaise, steak sauce, some more maple syrup, salad dressings. I really like this Ray's Secret sauce. My kids' condiments, Parmesan cheese, and usually this is only raspberry jam, but usually we have strawberry and grape in here. They just literally just finished and I haven't replenished it yet. So that is what our fridge entails. Here's the freezer. Okay, in this freezer, I usually have my cooler stuff, yeast. We have a little bit of garlic cubes left. Pomegranate, chia seeds, flax seeds. And then this is just ready-made foods. Up here we have our smoothie items. Well, this shelf we usually have like our opened vegetables. This is this is foods that are like ready, prepared. We do have some store-bought sausage patties. And then I also have French bread pizzas that I made and a little bit more vegetables. We have ice cream because we also did milkshakes for Christmas Eve. We have some instant coffee and cappuccino options. In here is kind of just like my random throw things. So I have like kale from my garden, some random raspberries from the garden, a red onion. This usually ends up just being like random things in like small Ziploc bags where it's not like a lot of something. And then in here we usually have our pre-made foods. So I have island chicken strips that I made and cut up and put in a freezer bag. We have some muffins that they can grab and go, as well as some cornbread. We have some lemon curd that I made. And then in here we just have teriyaki chicken rolls. That's the only one we have left that I made in there. All right, let's go check out the other stuff. Okay guys, so the garage is cold and dreary and I'm not looking forward to being out here. Okay, so this freezer is a top part of a fridge freezer. And up here I usually keep my yeast stuff, more flax seeds and chia seeds. I have tallow. And then I do cheese, is this whole bottom row cheese, butter, and then nuts. Okay, so that's all of that. This fridge is just kind of an overflow fridge. Aside from, I keep our onions in this drawer, and I keep our apples in this drawer, which is kind of low, lower than usual. We have some butter, some more tallow. This is from the holidays cookies. We have a big pack of eggs, some more cheese, and some butter, sour cream bread, and some yogurts. This is our big stand-up freezer, which is an overflow freezer. Any big things that we get from Costco, these were on sale during the holidays, so we did grab those. My kids really like these for on the go. We did get some tofu. We've never had tofu before, and we're gonna try it. Pesto that I made, and lemon curd is in the back, which we haven't. I also have garlic bread seasoning, but we haven't really been using these much. Last year we like inhaled them, so we need to kind of get moving on that. We really like pesto, so that's something we'll enjoy. I usually have chicken stuff in here, so we have like chicken breasts and then some of the chickens that I made, breaded chickens that I made. This is actually mashed potatoes, and this is a ham bone left over from the holidays. We have tomatoes from the garden, jalapenos, peppers. This was left over from Thanksgiving, so I put that in the freezer because we didn't use all of those. Blueberries from the farm we went picking at, our ground beef. And again, this is like a lot of, these are peaches from our peach tree. We have a bunch of these. And then we have pineapple chunks. This is like, a lot of this is from our garden. So this is really where a lot of that goes. On the door, we do have some fruit, veggies, soups, sauce, tallow, a couple things that we pre-made, and then just some random leftovers and some grapes from our garden this year. This is our chest freezer. And in here is a load of meat. I've been keeping our pork stuff over here. So we have salami, bacon, some ground pork, and one lonely ground beef. We have ham, or whole chickens, chicken breasts, chicken tenderloins, and a bunch of beef underneath. Okay guys, my pantry has really filled up over the last couple years. We've been working hard on it, but also using it. So things have been rotating. Some things I just haven't had to make as often because we don't go through it as often. And that's fine too. Things are not going to expire over here. They're just going to get used up eventually. This shelf right here you can see is kind of bare. That's because it's my ready-made beans and we haven't really had time to tackle that shelf as much. Up here, if you remember from my last tour, I had this filled with pasta sauce and many people said, you are never going to go through that much pasta sauce. Well, guess what? It didn't even make us through that 1 year. We ran out before we could get tomatoes to remake homemade sauce. So for a while we went without. This past gardening season was not as good as normal for us. So yeah, it didn't, we did not get much sauce. You did see there's tomatoes in the freezer. I will use those to make some more homemade sauce, but this is from this gardening season. I only have 2 jars left. So I did buy a bunch of tomato products to help me make sauce because my kids just, after you have homemade sauce, it's like really hard to go back to that stuff. And the ingredients in it, I mean, you got to buy high quality in order to get good pasta sauce. Our local Costco did have this at one point, and this we bought quite a bit of. We only have 2 jars left of this, but they really did like this one as an alternative, not as they still want mom sauce. Hopefully this gardening season will be a better one and we can really replenish that shelf. Okay, we have condiments. So all the way over here, and I'm not sure if you can totally see it, but we have apple barbecue sauce. This stuff is so good. We have peach barbecue sauce, and this stuff is also very good, but we had an abundance of peaches in 2023. That is when I made this. We did, I don't know, 3 or 4 loads of these. And so we have so much of it, and it's been taking a long time to go through it all without, you know, we don't want to use it so much that we get sick of it. So we're still working through that, but it is really good. Then we have sweet and sour barbecue sauce. This is not really our favorite. We don't really prefer this one. I would not make this again. It's not bad, but it's just, of all the ones we've had, this one is not, like, we don't ever reach for this. Like, I intentionally have to use this one. Okay, that recipe was a 2-in-1 barbecue sauce, and the other one is a Stampede barbecue sauce. So you split, you make the base, you make the base of the barbecue sauce, and then you flavor, you take half and half, you flavor each half to make these other flavor profiles. The Stampede one, absolutely love it. We love it so much. So next time that I do make this, I will just make 2 batches of the Stampede style, and then that one recipe will just fully be Stampede style. Here's another really good barbecue sauce, Papa's Barbecue. This is so good. We love this one. Okay, we also made Victoria sauce, which is a rhubarb barbecue sauce. It's so good. So good. Very sweet, but very good. I have some ketchup. My kids don't really prefer the homemade ketchup. So I use this in like meatloafs or in recipes where it asks for ketchup in it. Peach ale mustard we made. We haven't really used much of this yet, but it is good. And the Dijon mustard I made one year. This is also really good, and sometimes I forget to use it, but it is really good and it won't go bad. So that batch has lasted us a while. Cranberry apple mustard is also very delicious. Plum sauce, which is another really good one. Kind of tastes similar to like a sweet fruity teriyaki sauce. And then cranberry ketchup, which if you've watched my stuff before, I will not make this again. It's not something that we grab, and it's more like a cranberry sauce jelly. It's not like how we would think of ketchup. So this is not something that I would make again. I have to be very intentional to use this, and I'm hoping the Pantry Challenge will help me. Okay. Next shelf, ready-made foods. Fast foods, right? So we have a chicken and gravy we need to finish up. Chicken curry. So good. Love that recipe. Chicken stew, chicken tortilla soup, beef bolognese, chili, beef stew, beef stroganoff, and chipotle beef. Okay? These are all convenience foods and they're delicious. Next one is more convenience foods, and it kind of gets into like more of the soupy convenience items. So we have eggplant puttanesca, which I wouldn't make again. We don't really love the recipe that it used. It's very heavy in red wine flavor, and if I were to make again, I probably would cut back on that because it's very overpowering. We have black bean soup, French onion soup, ranch style beans, soup broth, vegan gumbo, Cajun lentil soup, and minestrone soup. On the bottom, kind of goes into our tomatoey things and salsas. So we have a zucchini salsa, heirloom salsa, house salsa, chipotle tomatillo salsa. Oh my gosh, getting my words mixed up here. Salsa verde, sloppy Joe mix, which I think these items are getting really low. Enchilada sauce, cacciatore sauce, ashbar, peach corn salsa, and pickled red onions. Some of those things, we only have one left, so those are going to go really fast. Let me show you. Up close what they all look like. See the beautiful colors? I really love having these. It's just makes some nights really easy if you just have some leftovers and mix this up with it, or you just want to jazz these up and make a nice meal. It really can be so easy. And the condiments are one of my favorite things because I love that we can watch what ingredients are going into our bodies. Okay. All right. Next up is our middle area. This top part is our broths. We just reloaded our mushroom soup, which is my alternative to buying Campbell's or to buying ready-made canned cream of mushroom soup. You just take this, some cream or some cornstarch. You got condensed cream of mushroom soup right here. So cheap to make and so easy. And that video will actually be coming soon. Here's some Marsala wine sauce that, oh wait, no, this is mushroom soup. I had Marsala wine soup broth, we ran out. We have that left. Okay, we have chicken broth that's pre-made because we ran out of regular chicken broth and I haven't had time to make it, or chicken stock. This one is turkey stock. This I made recently, and this is kind of hopefully going to hold me over with all that before I can get to my chicken bone broth. Maybe we'll get to it during the Pantry challenge. I don't know. This school year has been so busy. Okay, we have some beef broth left. I have pink beans, cannellini beans, northern beans, pinto beans, and a couple beans in tomato sauce. We still have beets. These are not our favorite. I thought we would love these so much because we love canned beets, but I don't know, the canning process, the home canning process, I don't know if I did something weird with the flavoring. I know that I guess I boiled them wrong prior, because not that I made them unsafe or anything, but the color bleaching, I guess there's like a different way to do it so that the color doesn't leak. So I don't know. We're struggling. Okay, potatoes, carrots, and I think we have two different kinds. We have brown sugar carrots and herbed carrots. We have some leftover noodle beans. It's like a balsamic mixture I made when I had grown those. We still have some green beans left. We have pumpkin, corn, mixed veggies. And then this is our, our root vegetables, our vegetables. And then this bottom row is our pickled items, okay? So we have cowboy candy, which we have quite a bit of. And we have maple pickled jalapenos. Oh my goodness, these have been a favorite. Love, love, love these so much. Pickled banana peppers. The only problem I have with the ones that the last batch that I made was I had froze them prior so that I could do like a big batch canning, and that made them really soggy. I didn't think it was going to make them soggy because peppers do hold up well, but it did. These are not so good. I've been mixing them into recipes because then you get the flavor and you're not lacking, like if you're expecting that crunch, you're not lacking it. But if you were to put that like just on top of, your food and you're expecting the crunch out of it, like tacos or pizza or something, it's not going to be there. Some pickled peppers, zucchini relish, which is really, really good. And we have some bread and butter pickles and sweet pickles. We are totally out of dill pickles now. Oh man, guys, over here, it's full and it's got lots of fruit. All right, so hopefully it's not too dark and you can still see, but there's not much light on this side or this corner. So up here we have our maraschino cherries, applesauce, applesauce. We did a lot of applesauce this year because I got really good sales on apples. And last year we had a really bad drought. The apple trees did not produce. We did not have apples. So there was nowhere to buy apples last year. And so I made sure that I did really good on stocking up on applesauce this year in case something happens like that. Because we really do go through a lot of applesauce. Even just like using it to cook muffins and stuff like that with. Okay. This is cranberry applesauce that I made recently for the first time ever. So we will see how my family ends up liking that. What is this? These are blueberries and cranberries. Here are some of our standard jams and jellies. So plum jelly, peach jam, strawberry jam, grape jelly, black raspberry jam, plum jam, sour cherry jam, currant raspberry jam, and some mixed raspberries. Down here is like a little bit more of your specialty jams. So we have pepper jelly, honey lemon apple jam, honey pear jam, raspberry jam, cantaloupe jam, maple peach jam, berry cherry jam, strawberry jalapeno, strawberry rhubarb, apricot jam, strawberry kiwi, orange rhubarb jam, and orange marmalade. Down here we have sweet tea peaches. These are so good. I even like the liquid in it. It tastes so good. Pears, apple butter, pineapples. So we have crushed pineapples and pineapple chunks. This is a great money saving hack here. If you get pineapples when they're in season on sale, which is usually I feel like it's usually in the winter, like January-ish. We'll have to see. Keep your eyes peeled for the ads and see if they are posting them on sale. You can get really good prices, and that fills up a lot of jars. And canned pineapple at the store is pretty expensive. We have sour cherries, wild blueberries, honey berries, and cinnamon apples. So we have a lot going on down there. And then underneath, on the very bottom row, let me show you on the very bottom row, and these are not really organized. Some of it's a mess because I didn't have time to really go through this for you, but here is normally my whole wheat flour and cocoa powder, which is right here. Okay, I buy the cacao powder on sale or during the season when cocoa powder baking season, is on sale. That's when I'll get that. So this goes under there. Okay, this is my white sugars. And then here I have brown sugar, turbinado, and powdered sugars in those containers. And these ones, I have bread flour, and these are too deep. So you can say bread flours, oats, and yes, we go through a lot of oats. So whenever I find them on sale, I get them. And that is all oats. Then we have all-purpose flour, which is pretty much what is usually the 4 cases here. That is a bag. In there we have rice. In here we have quinoa and more grains or rice, one of them. Over here we have an emergency supply of water because in a drought, I always want to make sure that we have water because we have a well. And then we just have our condiments, store-bought condiments, and store-bought pantry items. See if I can get them on sale, then I buy a lot. Okay, so over here we have canned veggies. And so I don't ever can myself diced onion or diced tomatoes. So I like to get these from Aldi, the fire roasted, and then these are just regular diced tomatoes. We have some sliced beets because we haven't been liking the other ones. We have some corn, creamed corn, and peas here. Because our peas, when they grow, we haven't grown enough that it's been worth canning them. We just freeze them and eat them fresh until they're gone. But we really haven't had a year where we've made a tremendous pea harvest. And then we have dry beans, which is pretty full here. We have lima beans, canary beans. I haven't had these yet. I saw these in the store and I thought they were so pretty and I wanted to try them. Pink beans, northern beans, pinto beans, black beans, navy beans. I think those are either Roman or cranberry. I don't remember. Kidney, cannellini beans. This is yellow mustard seeds, popcorn, turbinado sugar, more of that from an open container. We have barley, and then French lentils, red lentils, yellow split peas, green split peas, and black-eyed peas. Down here we have some chicken, random jars of beans, chickpeas, and olives. Over here we have the dairy products, so it's evaporated milk, condensed milk, and coconut milk. Okay, then over here we have some more, which is basically like, okay, here's our homemade pantry. There's our store-bought items. Here's our dried beans. Here's our freeze-dried stuff. Okay. We have lots of freeze-dried zucchini. We have ricotta cheese, corn, celery, peaches, bananas, blueberries, peppers, mushrooms, herbs. Lots of stuff in there from that. Okay, and then up here is long-term freeze-dried foods that are in Mylar. And we can use them totally. Like, they're not off limits or anything. Just that we would use the one in the jars first. Okay, so then we also have some drink mixes, powdered milk, our storage bag, and parchment paper, stuff like that. Okay, over here we have our blue potatoes. They are sprouting a little bit, but they're still firm, and I'll just take these off and we'll eat them. Those are the first ones we're probably going to go through because they are sprouting, and none of the other ones are, except I did have russets here and I brought them up. Those were sprouting much worse than these, so we've been using them. There's like a little bit left, but we've pretty much gone through all of them, and these were homegrown. Also have Amarose fingerling potatoes that have not sprouted at all. They're doing really good, so those will also have access to. In here I have a bag of gold potatoes, and over here is our protein powder that we try to always buy on sale because otherwise it's really expensive. But usually when we get it on sale, it's like $25 for this huge container of it. If you were to go to like Walmart or your local grocery store, it'd probably be half of this for more than that. Okay, down here we have some more oats. They had a really good sale. We have some olive oil, balsamic vinegar, malt vinegar, and behind it I do have some butter flavored Crisco. We have lots of coconut oil. Again, this I got on sale. I got these for like $10 before the inflation, and they've been fine in my basement. So I'm really glad that I got them when I did, but they are very expensive. Okay guys, I lost you. My memory card filled up, so hopefully you got the last part, which was the coconut oil. We have sweet potatoes that were on sale. During the holidays, I grabbed a couple extra bags. Those are here. This is our vanilla extract that's being made. We have some store-bought applesauce cups and more freezer bags. In here is some of our baking supplies. In here we have salt of different sorts: mineral salt, rock salt, table salt, and a brine mix, and canning salt. Over here, these two boxes are pasta, and then we just have like a row of spices. Okay, so you can see this is filled up with spices. These are syrups that I've made. This is our pancake syrup, maple syrup, raw honey, molasses, and then regular wildflower honey. All right, guys, so we have a really big assortment to work with, and we are going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what we make and try to be intentional about using things that we don't necessarily always run to use. Yeah, we'll see what we make, and it will be weird to like just shop this stuff versus going to a store. But we have no shortage of food supply here, so we are good. We're ready to go. Okay, thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching. You guys are the best.